Hello, my name is Hidekuni Hide, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 24th of January, and welcome to my mess, because my room is currently such a big mess because of all the things I am currently working on. I am working on my gallery art, which I had already a video about, and I really have to get going because I'm still so slow. On top of that, I have to prepare not for one convention but for two conventions, because both those conventions, as I mentioned in my last video, will be on the same weekend. And you might wonder, how will I do that? Because I can just be at one spot at a time. I will have to split my table and my stock in two to fill up two tables, and I will be going to the one event that I planned in since quite some time, which is Anime Focal in Luxembourg City. I will be going there just as usual. I will take my things with and everything I need to set up one table for the exact sizes their tables are, which is 180 by 70 something or such. For the other event, which is Gamers Resort, organized by videogames.lu, they are super friendly. They even asked us if we would like to come, so I couldn't say no because that's just so sweet of them. So I will have to work this out, and what I'm planning on doing now is I prepare a second table. This weekend, me and my boyfriend sat down and we already split certain things up. We took everything we need for one table at Anime Focal, and the rest we puzzled together to create one third booth, having my creations and having his creations, and my partner, who's not coming along for Anime Focal, will take all these things and drive to Gamers Resort and then table there for 2 days for us. I am so glad I have him in my life. He is such a sweet bean and he just is so supportive. So I have to prepare for two conventions and I have to get enough stock in, see that it works out. The positive thing is, both these events are in Luxembourg, and in the evening we all come home to the same place. So if Saturday evening something had run out of stock, we can exchange things and stock up each other's table and see what is desired, what we can do, especially buttons we can still create Saturday evenings if something runs low. And for the rest, we just have to see how we organize ourselves. Gamers Resort is also in Young Leinster in Luxembourg. It's not that far away from Luxembourg City, and I wonder how the people, like the visitors, will split up. If most people will go to Anime Focal, if who is going to Gamers Resort, like do some people go to both events on 2 different days? Like, I'm very curious to see how this works out, and if so, if they would recognize that my boyfriends and my table are on both events. Like, I'm just very curious how this is going. I am a bit anxious about it, scared that things go wrong, but for the rest I'm also very excited. After all, it will be the 2 first conventions of this year, and I'm just so excited to get back into conventions and get going. Since I'm still rebranding from Table of Curiosities to Hidekuni, I am constantly working on my table, upgrading things, updating, buying things, and I recently got some things because I tried to adjust everything. And one thing I got is this tablecloth, because the one we used to use is white and it doesn't fit the aesthetic of Hidekuni, so I got one in black. And I just want to compare this one with the white one we have, because I want to see if the size is alright, because I feel like this is a bit smaller. It should work out for most tables, so I don't worry about it, but I still want to check how much smaller it is. Also, it is super soft. I like the touch, and I just think it will upgrade my table because it is black, which is sleek, and it just overall looks good. Black is like, you can't do anything wrong with black. That's why I'm only wearing black. That's why my aesthetic is black, because I feel comfortable with black. Let's push this away. Why is this so much? I have all my convention stuff on this corner and it always looks like a mess no matter what I do. So yeah. Hello. This is the box with most of my table setup, like the necessities to build up the table. And this is my old tablecloth, and it is white, and the problem with it looks also pretty and such, but when I'm eating behind the booth and such, it easily stains. And I'm a messy person, so that doesn't work out. I regularly wash it and such, but it is still, you can see everything on it because it's white. Yeah, it is probably a bit smaller, like by 20 centimeters. And then on the other side, it's probably smaller by 40 centimeters, which should usually not be a problem because this one is still 140 by 220 or such, or by 2 meters. Which most tables, like the biggest table I ever had was 180, which is, it's rare that you get a bigger table than 180. So it should work out. But by having this black tablecloth now, I can use it for my own table, and my partner can use the white one for probably the last time. Oh, that's somehow sad. I used this one for the last 3 years, like since I started tabling, this was my tablecloth. Things are changing. It also takes less space because it's thinner and also not as big. There's just so much on the floor and it's just a mess. The next thing I bought is these folders. How do you call them? Document pockets, that's how you call them. The next thing I bought are these document folders. Document pockets, which my boyfriend is using, and usually he buys new things and tries them out, and when I see it works well for him and it looks intriguing enough for me as well, I just buy them as well. And like this, I can put my prints in and they don't get damaged and they're protected from water, which is my biggest worry of all. All my prints are currently in this folder and it works out. I never got them damaged in here, but I just put them in as I received them, and the company sends them with like these carton sheets that they are in, or they just put them in little envelopes, and I just use them to store them and have them in this folder, and then I write down what is inside. Like I have here the one where I have all my arcane things with Jinx and Silco, or here the big one with TV shows and such. But it's very hard at times to find them back. You don't see them right away because it is not transparent. And these are transparent. So I got 10 of the big ones, which is enough for dinner for. And then I got 10 of the smaller ones, which is for dinner 5. And my postcard I can just also store in here. In general, just sitting down with my boyfriend and go through our things and what each one of us has and does, and it is very inspiring to sometimes sit down with another creative individual and go through such things and inspire each other. Like I just love having these exchanges and good times of just being all chill and talking and working on art. I love doing such. If anyone is interested, they are from Office Tree. It's the brand my boyfriend uses, so I just went out for the same, and they cost 20 euros on Amazon. Like I bought all these things on Amazon, and now I'm just waiting for the third item, which should also arrive one of these days. At the start, I just wanted to put them in this folder and I taped it to make it more sturdy and such, to then turn around and find this folder, which is much more sturdier by nature. It is square, it has a button here to close the folder, and it is just very stable. So I will try to fit all these sheets in here and to store my prints in there. And I hope that I have enough sheets for all my prints and enough space in here. So let's see about that. Welcome to my floor. I am a floor goblin. Like in general, I could do so many things just on the floor. I need my prints though. And I will just put them in by how I will probably pull out my photos and such. Although I want some specific one at the start. Let's start with this one and see how I would organize it. In here I have my originals, like my traditional art of my paintings. So this one would go in this one, and I hope he fits in. Oh, perfect. And this means I can put him in. Well, no need to close it because I will have to put in so many more. And then I have him in small, and since it is the same design, I can just put him also in here. Oh my god, this is nice. I really like this already so much. Then I have my raven, and this is a triptychon, so I can either put them together in one, which should be, yeah, I think that's the easiest because I have to take one out anyways, so I can just take out all of them once to get the 3 versions out instead of putting 2 here and another one in here. And oh my god, like this I can see them and they won't get damaged, which is wonderful. I love it. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. Whenever artists find new ways of doing their things, it's just exciting. Then TV shows. I have Valentino from Has-Been Hotel, and I will put this one on the back and this one on the front. Oh my god, this is so satisfying. Perfect. But I have some more of him here, so the small ones I can put in there as well. Wait. Okay, this is that one. I am so excited. Oh my god. This is just a game changer. I will put him now here, and then on the other side I have the other smaller Valentino. Makes sense? I will just continue doing this and be very excited about this and happy. Like with all the transporting around, you can see how the edges are ripping, and my prints didn't get damaged, but they won't last long if I keep transporting them around like that. So I'm very glad that I got these sheets. And I don't know, sorting these in is just so satisfying and is a lot of fun, and I like to sort things in. I don't know why, but it just brings me so much happiness, and also seeing like my prints in this format, like all clean away and safe and organized, and just seeing them overall, because these sheets are transparent, it just makes me so happy. And it will be so much easier to find everything back. I hope I have enough of these sheets. As I said, I only have 20 in total, and it is getting tight. But I might just have to reorganize some things. Like for now I can just put him in here, although there is a prince missing. And like this, I also know that I have to reorder it because I'm out of stock. So what else? My adult content I will not show on camera. But it's empty now. And I just have to put these in. Oh, true. Maybe I can put them still somewhere back here. Yeah. Some of them look so awful. But some of them I also used for like 2 years or so. Even more maybe. Like at times I switched them out when I noticed it was too much, but yeah, not that often. Wait, let's count. I put all my prints in now and I still have so many left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of the dinner 5 pockets left. So half of them, I only used half of them. And I still have 3 of the bigger ones left, which is great. Like that I know I can still get some more. And I will put them now on the back in. So I have them at any time, because sometimes I get things at conventions and like that I can transport them safely. The prints, like the sheets now, fit perfectly in this square. And I will try to close it now. So I have to move you around and get this off here. And I can now just, well, first of all, I close it like this. And then I close it here. Oh my god. I still have so much space in there, which is wonderful. Oh my god, I love it. I'm in love with this new system. I just have to paint it once because it's gross, because I use it for patches as an thingy to put underneath them, because the fabric color would come through the fabric, so I use that. Oh, I can just paint on it and make it pretty. Oh, you cannot imagine how happy I am with that. I'm so in love with it. Also, another thing I just wanted to mention, because I work with it at the moment, and since I work with it, I just feel much more productive. I don't lose track of all my things, and I'm just so happy that I do it. I just have a little notebook next to my PC, like usually where I work most, or like here in this corner, so I can easily grab it, and I just write down everything in here. When I had to order for Wargrace, I just made a note with all the things I wanted to order, the quantity. I even wrote down the prices of how much everything would cost for me. I now wrote down the table size of Anime Focal, so I could calculate how many grids I would need and how many I have left for my boyfriend, for my partner, and then to set up a table. Or I wrote down the things I have to order, or like I'm working on zines, so I write down my thoughts about it, or like the pages that are already done, that are good. Like I just write down anything. I also use it for editing videos when I edit it, to work down how many minutes of the video are already great, or if I have to add text somewhere, if I get an idea of how I can edit something. Overall, I just write down everything, to-do list and such, and like this I don't lose track, and it's just wonderful. And whenever one page is full, I just rip it out so it doesn't confuse me anymore. And this might be a simple thing or such, or people do it, but I just wanted to mention it because I think it is a great way to organize yourself, and it is always there when you need it, and you don't lose your thoughts. Especially as an artist, you have so many thoughts and ideas and thought process, and I easily forget such things. And they just come out of the blue at times. Like, I'm just doing my things, and then I have the greatest idea ever, and then I lose it because I haven't written it down and such. And yeah, I just wanted to mention it. But yes, I had my orders, I'm preparing for conventions, I have to work on my gallery art. To give a little sneak peek, I started sewing on them, and it's a bit tricky due to the wood on the other side. I shouldn't have glued them on right away, but I think so far it looks good. It has something. Like, I like it. But I'm at the stage where it doesn't look that good, so I just have to trust the process and pull through. But I have to get working on it, but I'm so easily distracted by other things at the moment. Well, and now I should probably clean up a bit. I just love sitting on the floor. Here are all my convention things and my boyfriend's convention things, because he just store them together because we drive with the same car. And there's some of my gallery stuff, and I have to clean my desk, and there's some more gallery stuff over there, and yes, there's a lot to do. I will probably do that next. And just overall do things that I see today that have to get done, and then maybe later I can work a bit on my gallery stuff because I have to. So it is now the other day, and yesterday something still arrived which I was so excited for, and I couldn't wait to unpack it, so I did that off camera. But yesterday my standee arrived. This is a standee for my zines, and it has 3 different compartments, and it goes up like a staircase. This standee has like 3 different levels, so I can put quite some zines on there. And you might wonder, Hide, you only have 2 zines, and that's true, I only have 2 zines so far, but I am having probably like 15 or 20 ideas for zines in the back of my head and written down everywhere, and I really want to execute them and work on them and publish them. So I'm planning quite a lot, and I always wanted to have a standee like this, so I was looking for quite some time actually, and it took me also quite some time to find this. So once I found this, I was like, oh, I have to get this right away before it might disappear or such, because I got it from Amazon and it was very hard for me to find it. So I just got it right away and put it together, and it looks just so cute. It is out of paper, it is pretty sturdy, I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty thick also. To assemble it, it was a bit hard, like I was too scared to maybe break it, so I had to be very patient by putting all the pieces together, and it also feels very sturdy, like this just doesn't fall apart, and I'm very happy about this one. This is my first big zine. I have a Gustarian zine about Gustarian, the silly goose, and I can put Gustarian down here and then have my borderline zine up here, and it is still visible, and I want to put a sign behind so you can see the prices and the names of the zines and all, and this looks just so cool already. But of course I will paint it black and alter it and see what I will do with it. Maybe I put some magenta on it, I don't know, but for now I just probably put some black on it to make it coherent with all my other things. For the rest, today I really have to get going with my patches. The other day I counted them, and that's where this comes handy in again, because I just wrote all the patches down I currently have with all the numbers, and then on the back I just wrote how many I would like to have in total, and that's also telling me how many I need. So I am now preparing the file to then order later today at my beloved manufacturer where I get all my patches from. This is what it looks like at the moment. This is Photoshop. I personally mostly use Clip for all the things I need, and it works pretty well, but for my patches I just use Photoshop, and I am currently arranging all the artwork I need. This is currently so far what I have, and I often just use like this one file where all my patches are in, so I don't have to go look for them each single time I want to order something. So this is my current sheet I am working on at the moment, and here you can see like the first one I ordered, then here's the second one and the third one. And now I'm working on this one, and this is also the biggest restock I will probably make for my patches, because I probably need a second sheet like this. Also because I will be printing my own name, because I will cut the name out later and put it on my tablecloth, because I want my tablecloth to look coherent with the rest of the booth, and for that I need it. I want my tablecloth to look DIY, to look patchy as well, since I sell patches after all, and I think it would just make it look very fun and very me. When I work on these patches, I also for some have like some gray lines around to know where I have to cut them out later, because this will be one big piece of fabric that I will get, and I will cut them out myself. And then I also try to always have enough space between the print and the border, so people have enough fabric to be able to sew them on later. And this just fits here perfectly. But it's not good. Wait. Yes. No. Why am I messing this up? So I need 4 of the big ones, and then I need 5 of the smaller ones. I have to see if they can still fit here, but I doubt. Also, I still have to add a new design, which will be my eyeball, which I also use for my button, and I have to figure that out. I also tried to paint yesterday, and this just went horrible because I didn't start painting at all. I have a hard time to get going on that project. Like, I need the stress that pushes me a bit. So instead I was actually working on a zine, because I am currently working on 2 sketchbook zines. By that I mean I scanned in some pages of my last and my previous sketchbook, and am now editing the artwork into a little booklet. So it is a little collection of my best of those 2 sketchbooks, and for each sketchbook I will have one little booklet then. And I just think it is a fun idea to highlight some of your work from your sketchbooks, which usually, well, most of the time only you get to see, unless you show it to other people or like have sketchbook tours, and even then like people can just look at it but don't really have it. And that's why I thought it would be nice to make a little collection with my art from these sketchbooks, also because there are some pages I really like and I want to share with people. So I'm currently working on that as well, and yesterday I just spent all my afternoon working on that, and I got pretty far. Like, my first sketchbook zine is almost done. All the art is edited and put in. I put text in. Now I will just have to see what is missing during the next few days and weeks. And in the meantime I will probably work on the other sketchbook so I can finish that one as well. And once the big parts and chunks are done, I can look over both and make them look coherent as well. Yeah, that's my plan with those zines, and I'm very excited about them. This is now the big sheet, which is 147 by 1 meter, and then I have now another sheet which is 48 by 48 centimeters. There I have my name and another little chibi of Hidekuni, which I plan on sewing on my tablecloth, and I hope it works out. And here on the top I have new patches, like I never before had them, and let's hope they turn out well. This week Anime for Card has also sent us now the final plan of how the halls will be used and the seating of all the artists and what else they have to offer. And I think this is the final plan so far. Like, they had multiple changes, and I now looked up this one, and we will be sitting, wait, can I zoom in some more? We will be sitting on table 20 and 18, and when we first got this plan I was scared that we would be sitting in a corner and a bit lost, but in fact we have the entrance right here on the bottom, so the people have to come in and pass right there. So we are pretty much right at the entrance, which I think is good usually. We are also very close to this main way, so like we are right in here, and I hope that is for our advantage and that it will work great due to the sitting situation. Yeah, at first I just thought this would be a closed off corner and then that the entrance would be somewhere up there and that people would come in here but not really come to this corner, but now this changes everything. Also, they're right at the, like, they have toilets here, which is also usually where people want to go because people usually use them during their stay at the con and are also very important. So being here, I think it's a great place so far for the artist alley. So I hope this works out well. What do you want? Okay, so it's almost 2 weeks later because it is the 11th of February already, and I have a convention in a week, in less than a week. It's Sunday today, and next Saturday I have a convention, in fact 2 conventions, and I was editing my video just now and figuring out if I have enough content to fill a video, and oh my god, I have so much. I could in fact have a video each week, but that would require a lot of editing work and time, and having that, I wouldn't have enough time to create art. So however I do it, it's not enough time. I wish I had more time. But I'm here now to film the outro, and the last 2 weeks were kind of stressful and I had some problems with the patches, so I had to readjust some things and they already arrived. So in my next video I will probably cut them out, because in my next video I will also take you along to Anime Focal and Gamers Resort. So I will have more convention prepping and actually going to the convention and see how it was. I have that so far. I also test printed my zines and I'm currently waiting for them. So I hope they arrive anytime soon so I can show them to you as well. Well, the parts that I can show you here on YouTube, I'm very excited to go to the conventions and then afterwards hopefully work on my gallery art, because I haven't continued that. I didn't work on it for quite some time and that's not good, but I need to stress and I don't manage right now, and oh my god, I'm a mess. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or feedback, please let me know down in the comments. And for the rest, if you want to see more of my art, you can check out my Instagram or my Patreon for my adult content. If you want to see more of my videos, please consider subscribe to my channel. And I usually upload every second week if I manage. That's the plan. And if not, I just upload when I have something. And with that, I wish you a good day or night wherever you are. Bye!